Hi guys, welcome to this midday market news check. I'm Nandita Khemka and I have with me my colleague Yatin Mota. Well, Yatin, it's a good Monday morning for the markets. No blues because the Nifty had staged a very good comeback in Friday's session in the second half, and we've only built on that momentum with the Nifty trading above that 18,300 mark. It's a good triple-digit rally that has come in on the Nifty. If you look at the sectors, IT is extending its gains, metals is doing well, all the other sectors, autos also as a whole is doing well, but what's not doing all that well is the banking pack. The Nifty Bank was trending lower when I last checked. So all the likes of Axis Bank, ICICI Bank were among the top Nifty laggards. If you look at the gainers, Adani stocks, Adani Twins, Ports and Adani Enterprises were up somewhere between 7 to 10% a piece. I think it's a rub-off effect of the Supreme Court observations that were passed on Friday. So aside of that, Divi's lab on the back of mixed earnings and an upgrade coming in from Jefferies is doing well. Apollo Hospitals, Dr. Reddy's and Sun Pharma. These are some of the top Nifty gainers. Losers, of course, IndusInd Bank, Eicher Motors, Tata Motors, Hindalco not doing all that well. Aside of that, TCS is clocking in good gains on the back of that 15,000 crore rupee order that it has won from BSNL. That stock is up and about. NTPC has delivered a mixed set of numbers, so that stock is also doing pretty okay. Power Grid muted, but numbers were it had beaten expectations on all fronts. When we look at the mid-cap end of the markets, mid and small-cap indices were kind of underperforming the benchmarks, but the advance decline ratio is in favor of the advances. So that way we are pretty much okay. When you look at the mid-cap universe, a lot of stocks are reacting to news flow and earnings, starting with Siemens. That stock was down somewhere around 10 to 12%, on the back of that sale of two businesses to its German parent. Fill us in about that.
Yeah, so if you look at Siemens, Nandita, they've sold the light voltage and geared motor business to their parent. That is a proposal. Obviously, it goes usually to the minority for voting. But globally, Siemens is looking to really integrate that LV motor business into one entity. Obviously, if you look at Siemens FY22 basis, it's trading at 8 times sales, whereas this LV business, motor business transfer is happening at only 2 times FY22 sales. So there is a gap of nearly 4 times in terms of valuation, which amounts to close to 12 to 15,000 crores. And the reason why Siemens is down because the 1.5 lakh crore market cap is getting adjusted by 10 to 15,000 crores. So yes, a big negative for Siemens because the valuation is something which the market is looking at. Plus, if you look at the company, they've announced that they would be distributing the proceeds of close to 2,200 crores from Siemens AG as special dividends. But yes, dividends also get taxed. So really the differential is where the market has really existed the stock price. And Divi's you were mentioning about that stock as well. Numbers were okay, but the guidance was good. So the management is expecting that the demand is picking up. Prices for their commodities and APIs will start stabilizing. And I think this is a big statement from Divi's because usually we expected some pricing pressure, as in the case of Gland Pharma. Today also the stock is down 10-12% after the Morgan Stanley downgrade. Yes, good stable commentary from Divi's, and probably that is the reason why the stock is up 3.5%.
Right, let's talk about Balaji Amines as well. That stock was down somewhere around 10 to 15% given the fact that, the CFO and 4 independent directors have resigned, and that led to some concerns, but they have clarified that, the independent directors have resigned to meet the SEBI's requirements. And there will be no further resignations, and it won't really impact the growth where the company is concerned. So they have valid concerns, but the stock is down somewhere around 10% or thereabouts. Aside of that, Zomato, it has narrowed its losses in Q4. In fact, ex-Blinkit management has said that they have turned EBITDA positive, and they have given a guidance of 4 quarters to turn fully profitable. That's something that is
stock is almost flat, I think.
Yeah, it was up 2% last time I checked, but I think it's come off those highs. Delivery, in the meantime, the Q4 loss has widened, second straight quarter of revenue decline, but the company has in fact invested in an e-com SaaS startup. And it is looking to strengthen its direct to customer business. So that stock was also not doing all that badly, given the fact that numbers weren't all that good. Muthoot Finance was another stock that was doing well on the back of good earnings, strong growth in loans, gold loans rather, and the loan growth, gold loan growth has been somewhere around 9% in this quarter, and the management expects that to come up to 15% next year. So that's boding well for the company. Gland Pharma, that stock got beaten out of shape on Friday. Even today, it was down 15%
Correct.
when I last checked. So bad numbers. The rub-off continues, and the stock continues to be under intense selling pressure. Glenmark was another one on the back of poor earnings. That stock was down and out. And aside of that, Cochin Shipyard was also another counter that was, in the dumps following an all-round miss in the fourth quarter. What to watch out for this week will be, of course, the last leg of earnings season. You have the likes of Nykaa, Hindalco, you have, M&M, Sun Pharma, all these companies will be reporting earnings. So we'll be watching out for that. And Yatin, anything to look forward to in the second half?
So I think today is the day of Adani Group stocks. Let me just mention each of them because we need to give some details. The metal index is up because Adani Enterprise is up 20% and it is a constituent of the metal index. So the metal index being the top gainer is because only Adani is up. Rest metal stocks are up 0.2%. So Adani Enterprise is doing well, 18% up right now. Adani Wilmar is up circuit 9% up. Adani Power is up circuit up 5%. Adani Ports is up 8%. So the top gainers of the index currently are the Adani Group stocks. We have Kochi Shipyard, as you were mentioning, a decline in trade. But look at Narayana Hrudayalaya. After earnings, stock is up 6%, 52-week high. Poonawalla FinCorp stock at new 52-week high. Credit Access Grameen. After good Q4 numbers, that stock is up 3%. And Ramco Siemens, after the stellar results, stock was up 10%. And today also another 3% up for that one.
Right, Yatin, another thing that we'll be watching out for is the Fed minutes that will be released today. In a speech on Friday, Jerome Powell had suggested that, the credit conditions in the US have already tightened. So there may not be any more, need for further rate hikes. And the Fed minutes will look to reaffirm what he had just said. So that's something that will be coming out this week, and we'll be keeping our eyes on that as well. But aside of that, I think we've covered all the stocks that are buzzing and, in trade today. So we will be back with the closing bell around 3:30 p.m. We'll have to see whether or not we manage to sustain these 18,300 levels on the index or not. But Yatin and I will be back at 3:30 p.m. So don't forget to tune in. But for now, it's a goodbye from the both of us. Thanks a lot for watching.